What up, what up, what up? It's your homeboy B Watt, and you are now tuned in to another episode of Cancel B Watt. And I just finished watching the Drea interview on the Shade Room. I also watched Brittany Renner's interview on Club Shay Shay. And I'm gonna start off with positive vibes, and I'm gonna speak about the Drea interview first. Understand this: Drea is not somebody that I would normally be interested in watching or hearing anything from, but my girl wanted to watch it. So I watched it with her. And I must say that I was wrong about Drea in many ways. I was guilty of having a preconceived notion about this woman. I was wrong. The only thing I really knew about Drea was that she was on Basketball Wives, but I've never watched Basketball Wives myself before. I used to date a girl who watched Basketball Wives all the time, but I wouldn't allow her to watch that shit around me, okay? Basketball Wives is one of those shows that I feel like has corrupted the minds of women all over the country. Before I get too deep into this, let me just reiterate this. We all know that what you ingest into your subconscious mind through the television has a way of manifesting into your life. But real talk, as much as I want to talk trash about Drea, she's actually a pretty cool person. So, all in all, I enjoyed the interview. I was told that she used to be wilding out on Basketball Wives, and although this interview was on the Shade Room, she actually kept it pretty classy. One of the main things that stood out to me in this interview was the amount of pressure that Drea has been under to maintain her physical appearance. Drea is now 38 years old, and it's actually crazy that we expect this woman to still look like she did when she was in her 20s. Drea has gotten a crazy amount of plastic surgery. I really feel bad that she has to constantly risk her life just to maintain a superficial standard of beauty. And it's interesting how things change, right? Because back in the day, women used to starve themselves. Women used to be bulimic, trying to stay small and petite. Women always got the silicone titty upgrade. But nowadays, women are constantly going under the knife to stay thick as TF. Drea is a BBL legend. I'm pretty sure Drea was like one of the first to get the BBL surgery. Although she said it's not a BBL. She said it's just old school ass shots. And I'm not going to front. I'm not into women who get plastic surgery of any kind, but Drea BBL or her ass shots or whatever is probably the best in the game. When Drea got her ass shots, I know that's when everybody started flying overseas and flying back with their asses in the air in quest of that round booty. Drea said she got her breasts done twice. She said she had to get them again because the first ones were 10 years old, and this time she got them again. She got them smaller. Then she said she got some liposuction, but it only came out okay. So she got some other surgery to lift her vagina up to her breast or something like that, and now she back on point. This woman has to be averaging maybe 2 surgeries a year or something like that, but the end result is that she's still looking good, I guess, right? I mean, she doesn't look that healthy. I mean, I like women that are into fitness. And Drea arms don't have any muscle definition. Drea look like one of those women who go to the gym and only do ass workouts. Squats, leg presses, lunges, all ass workouts. She doesn't work out her back, her triceps, or nothing else. Ladies, only working out your ass in the gym isn't going to do anything for your cardiovascular system. You're going to be diabetic with a nice ass. And Drea said this herself. She said that her diet is shit. So she's going to have hypertension with nice legs. And I don't personally think that Drea is an unattractive woman. I do wonder if her ass is hard or soft, though. She wore a lot of makeup in this interview, but I noticed that she did not put any makeup on her neck because, listen, I'm not even going to do Drea like that. I'm going to be fair to her. I'm not going to say that she has 2 full chins yet, but maybe just a chin and a half. That second chin is actively coming in, though. I'm not sure if she's going to have one of her guys nip that up for her. She said that she doesn't have any plastic surgery in her face, but hey, I tell people all the time, these women who went and got these BBLs, they are not going to live for a long time. How are you supposed to live a long, healthy life when you got foreign matter in your rear end or over your heart? There was a doctor. He said that women don't realize that the BBL is the worst and most dangerous aesthetic procedure that has ever been performed. Newly big booty women were perishing from the complications of the BBL surgery. Listen, during the BBL surgery, uses liposuction to remove fat from your abs and some other places and re-injects this fat into the ass cheeks with a syringe. The problem is that fat from the ass cheeks started getting into their bloodstream and traveling into their hearts, into their lungs, and cutting off their circulation. You can't make this shit up. It's moments like this where I really wonder to myself, did Martin Luther King and Malcolm X really sacrifice their lives so that we could have the freedom to get BBLs? Jay-Z must have had Beyonce take her BBL out, because Beyonce is back to regular B on the Renaissance tour right now. Now, while Beyonce may look like a middle-aged white lady right now, at least she's going to live a long time again. Kim Kardashian took out her BBL. And now all the Kardashian women back to dating white men who may not have the BBL fetish. Cardi B took out her BBL too. But I think Offset may be cheating on her with a woman with a BBL, so she may decide to get her BBL back. K. Michelle took out her BBL. Black Kardashian China took out her BBL. And out of respect for DC Young Fly and his family, I'm not going to speak on them, but God bless them. We don't need to lose any more women because y'all are trying to maintain superficial, unrealistic beauty standards. And yes, a woman's physical beauty may one day fade, but her mind will only grow more beautiful. Her way of thinking can still raise generations up behind her. But no BBL, no silicone implants can raise any generation of people. Something like that. Anyways, speaking of women whose beauty is fading and are also losing their damn mind, I also watched this Brittany Renner interview on Club Shay Shay. Yes, I endured all 2 hours of this low vibrational conversation. And I don't have much to say about it other than a few things. Like, for instance, it was very startling to me the contrast between the message that Drea was sharing in her interview versus the message that Brittany Renner was sharing in her interview. Drea spoke about her conscious evolution as a woman since coming off of Basketball Wives.
I was just like, oh my God, like she's like closet watching this show, and like this is probably how this woman thinks we all are as just black women. Like she probably is like, those black women are crazy, they are rowdy, and I was just like, damn, like I can't contribute to that no more. That stereotype, like I cannot do that.
Brittany Renner spoke about her journey from being a former NBA jump off to being an upcoming star on Basketball Wives. For example, there was a part of Drea's interview where she told a story about how she came to realize that she had misrepresented the image of black women. And after this realization, she could no longer aid to the negative connotation surrounding black women. This is impressive to me. This shows evidence of high-level thinking. Brittany Renner, on the other hand, spent about a half an hour trying to convince Shannon Sharpe that although she could not cook or clean due to her exceptional fellatio skill set, she should still be considered for the role of wife. She spent another half an hour having a live mental breakdown. I know that there were several parts of this interview where Shannon Sharpe had to regret bringing this onto Club Shay Shay. She then spent another half an hour complaining that she could not find a man to accept her as a hoe and make her his wife. She spent the final half an hour just shaming regular, non-professional athlete men for apparently not being able to afford to take her out on a date. This woman is delusional. She keeps saying she wants to find true love. This is the new fairy tale that women have started to tell themselves to justify their whole activities. These women say that the right man will accept her whole past, and that any man who is insecure about her body count isn't the man for her anyways. Brittany Renner out here standing on whole shit like it's some divine right that only she has chosen to accept. She out here carrying the cross on her back like Christ for this whole shit. I personally find it very difficult to believe that no men want to date her. I'm sure that there are even men out here who would still wife her up. But she's going through a cycle of self-sabotage with men, and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy that allows her to keep her narrative that she is not married because men ain't shit or something like that. I was also very disheartened to hear Brittany Renner say that she would not tone down her public hoe activities despite the impact that it may have on her son. One day her son is going to be old enough to go online and see all those throwback, oily booty videos that made Brittany Renner the internet sensation that she is today. This young man is not going to be able to conduct a simple Google search without hearing his mother giving other women game on how to trap an NBA player, just like she, quote unquote, trapped his daddy. Brittany Renner is biracial, bipolar, schizophrenic. I mean, she literally says she does not know who she's going to be within the next hour. To me, she's a lost cause because she has damaged her personal reputation so bad. The highlight of this interview was, of course, her saying that she has only slept with 35 men and that she did not believe that women could just delete her wholeness.
I don't believe you can delete your wholeness. I don't want to. I would not want a clean slate today. So if I'm judged for the way that I learned, then so be it. I don't need you guys to forget anything. I don't want you to, quite frankly, keep bringing it up.
This is, of course, in direct contrast to Drea saying that she believed that women could delete their wholeness by just not being a hoe anymore.
I still stand on that.
Yeah.
Like, I still confirm that because, yeah, like, you may have been a hoe back in your day. You may have slept around a bit, but, like, if you find that one,
So what makes it deleted?
You just don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah.
After so much time, it goes away.
Ladies, here's the lesson. I believe that both of these women are correct. I understand the human capacity for change and evolution. I believe that dumb people can become smart. I believe that gay people can change their minds and become straight. I also believe that women can evolve consciously in such a way that she no longer exhibits the traits and characteristics of a hoe. Brittany Renner's main challenge is that she is unconscious. So because none of the 35 men who she gave the box to took the time to actually help this woman to develop her mind, she is just stuck in the thought patterns of a hoe. So Brittany Renner is right. I don't think that there are many self-respect having men who are going to not only accept her divine truth of hoehood and also elevate her to the status of wifehood. And I'm not saying that no man will do it, just probably not the ones that she would actually respect. Although she is biracial, she says that she doesn't respect white men enough to marry one. So she has to be with a black man. Brittany Renner is a white woman in a black woman's body. She was raised white by a white grandmother in an all-white community. Her first exposure to black culture was when she went to JSU. In this interview with Shannon Sharp, every time she spoke about the black community directly, she said they.
I don't need a guy that's going to keep my record of wrongs. I thought that's what the Bible said. That's y'all's favorite little...
I'm just saying.
The devil is always in the details. And guys, let's be honest. Don't nobody believe that she only smashed 35 dudes anyway. J. Cole said you got to multiply times 3. So that's 105 bodies that some man has to bear witness to. She on Club Shay Shay talking about she done smashed 3 guys in 24 hours. What man can endure this level of simpery and emasculation? So I'm interested to hear what y'all thought about those interviews. Of course, I want to know, do y'all think that women can delete their wholeness? And if y'all really rocking with me for fun, somebody name some people that y'all think could actually be married to Brittany Renner. Listen, I don't know if y'all ever watched her interview with the late, great Kevin Samuels, but I definitely thought that she wanted to give him the JJ. Uncle Shannon was acting like he ain't never been around no baddies before. Like, damn, Shannon, you was talking yourself out the PC. But anyways, listen, like, subscribe, and tune in again to another episode of Cancel Be What.